Dwight Yoakam, born Dwight David Yoakam on October 23, 1956, in Pikeville, Kentucky, grew up with an early appreciation for classic country music. Raised in Columbus, Ohio, his childhood was steeped in the sounds of honky-tonk legends like Buck Owens, Merle Haggard, and Hank Williams. The Bakersfield sound, with its sharp twanging guitars and raw, emotional honesty, became the foundation of Yoakam's signature style. His music would blend that traditional country sound with modern influences, crafting a distinct voice that resonated with both old and new country fans. Yoakam's artistry would prove pivotal in ensuring that the soul of genuine country music remained alive, even as the genre's landscape changed rapidly in the 1980s and 1990s. His sound would never be a mere imitation, but a tribute to country's golden roots, modernized with an edgy rock and roll twist, the struggles and triumphs of Nashville. In the early 1980s, Yoakam found himself at odds with the Nashville country music scene, where the prevailing trend leaned toward a polished pop country sound. Yoakam's unrefined traditional style clashed with the prevailing trends, leaving him struggling to find a foothold in Music City. His authentic approach, though rooted in classic country, felt like a breath of fresh air to a generation of listeners who felt disconnected from the glossy mainstream. After facing setbacks in Nashville, Yoakam made the brave decision to move to Los Angeles, where his music found an unexpected home among punk and rock musicians. Here, his authenticity and rebel spirit meshed well with the city's underground music scene, where he found like-minded individuals who appreciated his defiance of conventional country standards. The breakthrough moment, guitars, Cadillacs, etc., etc. Yoakam's move to Los Angeles proved to be a game-changer for his career. In 1986, he released his debut album, Guitars, Cadillacs, etc., etc., a masterpiece that quickly brought him both critical acclaim and commercial success. The album's energetic mix of traditional country, honky-tonk, and rockabilly, alongside his unmistakable voice, struck a chord with listeners. Songs like Honky Tonk Man, Guitars, Cadillacs, and It Won't Hurt showcased Yoakam's raw emotional depth and introduced a new generation to the Bakersfield sound that had previously been dominated by the likes of Buck Owens and Merle Haggard. His music carried the timeless echo of country's golden age while still feeling fresh and innovative, proving that traditional country could still thrive in the modern era. Building on success with Hillbilly Deluxe and This Time, following the success of his debut album, Yoakam's career skyrocketed in the late 1980s and 1990s. Albums like Hillbilly Deluxe, 1987, Buenos Noches from a Lonely Room, 1988, and This Time, 1993, solidified Yoakam's place in the country music pantheon. These records continued his exploration of heartache, longing, and loneliness, capturing the struggles of everyday people with authenticity and grace. Yoakam's ability to write and co-write his hits gave his music a personal touch, and songs like 1,000 Miles from Nowhere and Fast as You became anthems of self-reflection and emotional resilience. His music spoke to a deep, universal truth that resonated with listeners, making him a trailblazer in both the traditional and contemporary country scenes, a successful dual career. Music and acting. Though Yoakam's primary passion remained music, his talent as an actor also gained significant recognition. In 1996, Yoakam made his film debut in Sling Blade, playing the chilling role of Doyle Hargraves. His performance earned him widespread acclaim, proving that his artistic abilities extended beyond music. Yoakam continued to make an impression in Hollywood with roles in films such as Panic Room, Crank, Logan Lucky, and The Newton Boys. His acting career added another dimension to his artistic identity, showcasing his versatility and depth as a performer. In both his music and acting, Yoakam demonstrated an ability to portray raw emotion, capturing the essence of human struggle and resilience in every role he took on. The tabloid years, Sharon Stone and Karen Duffy. Throughout his career, Yoakam's personal life often garnered attention from the media. In 1992, he entered a high-profile relationship with actress Sharon Stone, a pairing that intrigued both fans and journalists alike. The contrast between Yoakam's gritty country image and Stone's glamorous Hollywood persona was impossible to ignore. Their brief romance became a hot topic, and rumors began circulating that Yoakam's introspective album this time was inspired by Stone. Yoakam, however, set the record straight, denying that their relationship influenced his songwriting. The romance ended after just 5 weeks, but the media circus surrounding their time together only added to Yoakam's mystique. In 1994, Yoakam began a relationship with MTV personality Karen Duffy. This partnership lasted longer, reflecting a deeper connection rooted in shared artistic sensibilities. Although they eventually parted ways in 1996, Yoakam and Duffy remained respectful of one another, with fans remembering their relationship as one of Yoakam's more grounded and happy phases. Finding love later in life. In 2020, Yoakam found lasting love with Emily Joyce, a professional photographer with whom he had been in a relationship for over a decade. The couple married on May 4, 2020, in a quiet ceremony in Santa Monica, California, during the COVID-19 pandemic. With only 10 guests in attendance, the wedding marked a new chapter in Yoakam's life, one of peace, privacy, and stability after years in the public eye. Later that year, Yoakam and Joyce welcomed their first child, a son born on August 16, 2020. Yoakam expressed immense joy and gratitude at becoming a father in his 60s, calling it one of the most meaningful moments of his life. The experience of fatherhood grounded Yoakam and brought a sense of fulfillment that had eluded him in earlier years, offering a welcome contrast to the tumultuous public romances of his past. The complex relationship with Buck Owens. For years, Dwight Yoakam's relationship with Buck Owens has been a subject of intrigue among country music fans. Their bond was one of mentorship, respect, rivalry, and occasional tension, and for the longest time, Yoakam kept much of that story to himself. But at the age of 69, Yoakam is finally opening up about the complexities of his friendship with Owens. In a candid interview, Yoakam admitted that Owens had a profound impact on his life and career. "Buck changed my life," Yoakam said, "but it wasn't always easy being close to him." Owens, known for his tough exterior and guarded nature, didn't hand out respect easily. Yoakam had to prove his worth to Owens, which, in turn, only deepened his respect for the legend. It was this tough love that ultimately shaped Yoakam's career. The turning point. Streets of Bakersfield. Yoakam and Owens' professional relationship reached its peak in 1988 when Yoakam invited Owens to record Streets of Bakersfield, a song that Owens had originally recorded but which had faded into relative obscurity. The duet turned out to be a major success, becoming a #1 hit on the Billboard country charts. The collaboration was a defining moment for both men. Owens received his first chart topper in over 15 years, and Yoakam cemented his place in the Bakersfield tradition. Yoakam reflected on the significance of the song, acknowledging that it reminded people of who Buck Owens was. "I think Buck needed that song as much as I did," Yoakam explained. The duet wasn't just a professional triumph, it was a personal victory for both artists, symbolizing the passing of the torch from one generation to the next. A complicated friendship, trust, rivalry, and loss. Despite their professional success, Yoakam and Owens' relationship was often fraught with tension. Owens was a complex figure, charming and brilliant, but also stubborn and protective. There were times when Yoakam didn't know where he stood with Owens, as the older artist could be distant and unpredictable. Yoakam eventually realized that Owens' guarded nature stemmed from deep pain, particularly following the death of his longtime collaborator Don Rich. The loss had a lasting impact on Owens, leaving him emotionally distant and hesitant to trust others. Yoakam came to understand that this pain informed much of Owens' behavior, and it was something he could empathize with. Despite the challenges in their relationship, Yoakam always held deep respect for Owens, recognizing him as both a mentor and a friend. The final years, honoring a legacy. The relationship between Yoakam and Owens deepened in the late 1990s, especially when Yoakam performed regularly at Owens's Crystal Palace in Bakersfield. Those shows became legendary, not only for the music, but for the history they represented. Yoakam fondly recalled performing on stage with Owens watching from the wings, sometimes even joining in for a song. "That was something special," Yoakam said. "Buck liked to pretend he wasn't sentimental, but you could tell it meant something to him." When Owens passed away in 2006, Yoakam took the loss hard. He had lost more than a musical hero. He had lost a friend and mentor. In the years that followed, Yoakam continued to honor Owens's legacy, performing his songs and keeping the Bakersfield sound alive. "Buck taught me that music isn't about perfection, it's about honesty," Yoakam said. With that, Yoakam finally laid bare the truth about Owens: respect, complexity, and enduring love for a country music icon who helped shape his soul.